everybody, and welcome to my channel on YouTube, which is a Flosstube channel. That means it's a channel all about cross stitch. It's a journey to stitch all the things. Today is Monday, June 30th. Today is Flosstube number 23, and my name is Katie. If you are new here, welcome. I look forward to having a conversation with you, either via the comments, via email, however you want to reach out. Just let me know what brings you here. What are you working on? That's one of my favorite parts. I have had some amazing conversations, and I appreciate each one. If you're returning, like I just kind of said, I really thank you so much for coming back. As of just a few seconds ago when I checked, we have 691 subscribers, and it just shocks me. I appreciate every one of you. I just can't believe it. It's one of them. I'm just me, and I'm glad you guys appreciate me. I get so many compliments, and I cherish each one. I reread them. You can't have a down moment when you have all access to all the beautiful things you guys have said. Jeremiah appreciates all the comments as well. I do read each one. His ego is getting out of control. My motivation is going crazy. I want to stitch all the things and finish all the things and start all the things and buy all the things. And so it's really been crazy. I have two shout outs. I got mentioned by Ditzy Daisy Crafts, and I had to giggle. I should have wrote it down. I think she's Scottish. Jeremiah, was she Scottish? I don't remember. Pretty sure. It's a beautiful accent. She does beautiful whips. I just enjoy her video. And she said that I razzled her berries, which every time she said it, we enjoyed the giggle. Yeah, she is Scottish, because I remember she does Scottish word of the day, and we really enjoyed that a lot. So go check out her channel. She's amazing, and I can't believe she mentioned us. That's really cool. She was talking about the patriotic giggle that I was stitching by Kitty and me, and that's really neat. She said it's not something, of course, she would stitch, but she sure loved it. Also, Uplift Stitches. I have met her via Zoom meetings that I get to do through Stitching Owl, and I tried to find her channel, and I couldn't, and she commented on my post, and I was able to find her channel. Her and her husband do their channel together, and they're wonderful. They both stitch, and they also talk about board games that they play, which is really cool because we enjoy board games, but we can never figure the complicated ones out. So I said we'll just watch them and appreciate what they play. But go check out their channel too, and I update all this stuff in the more section below. So hopefully if you want to go there, my email is also included, and all the things. I did want to say my heart hurts. The cross-stitching community lost Minnie Gray. She was a blog friend of mine a million years ago. I was looking back, and it was amazing to see, when she'd post, I'd comment. When I'd post, she'd comment. And then I was lucky enough to meet her in person at a Pennsylvania retreat that I attended in 2018. I found out, I didn't even know, she also did a Flosstube all X's. It was all XXS. And it was, I wish I would have known that sooner. I would have loved watching her videos. It made me take a pause and think about all the other friends that I've lost through the stitching community. Kathy in Ohio, Jerry from, I think it was the Carolinas, Beth from Tennessee. It's just crazy to think about the people. Darlene, my heart hurt. I told Jeremiah it's weird to be affected by someone you never met. In the blog world, I lost another friend, Deborah. And to be affected by somebody, but whether you look at the conversations we've had, we mean something to one another, even though some of us have never met. I was lucky enough to meet Minnie once, but still, she meant something to me. And my heart really hurts for her family, because as much as she means to us, can you imagine how her family feels? So I really was sad to hear that, and it just makes me want to be a part of the community more, and meet new people. We lose people, and that's just unfortunately a part of life. So, okay. Sorry to bring a down moment, but that's important to remember, the people that we've lost. Last video on Monday, I guess that's important to say. I do my videos on Mondays. I think it's a fun way to look back and see what I've worked on since last Monday. And last video, I only had 2 whips, and I definitely made up for it. It has been crazy hot here in Indiana the whole week, so I kind of just hid inside and didn't do anything. So, and I kind of talked about our tiny home last video. The major advantage of living in a tiny home is sweeping takes like 15 minutes and dusting, so everything gets done really fast. So I'm so lucky that I get a lot of stitching time. So this week I worked on 8 different whips. And I would like to recap my June challenge that I did, and I would like to talk about my July challenges, and I need help for how can you stitch on everything at the same time? If you guys can help me with that, that would be great. We have some life to talk about. I don't have any haul, so that's good. And so I'm sure, you know, Jeremiah, he'll pop in whenever it's convenient for him. So, I hear him now.
You mentioned life. Do you do it now or later?
Later.
Oh,
life is always at the end.
Well,
you can't have a life until it's at the end.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is all just the boring stitching.
Hi, everyone.
That's Jeremiah. He's
Hi.
the reason the channel is Jeremiah's mom, because I'm Jeremiah's mom.
I am the Jeremiah.
He is the Jeremiah. No, you have to wait. It'll probably be like way too long.
Okay.
Especially if we ramble like this.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just say hi.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's talk about the whips first. That's kind of why you're here, I think. If not, why are you here? Let me know. Okay. On Monday and Tuesday, I got to do a new start, which was fantastic. And Whip Warriors, which is a closed group, it'll open the end of the year. They did a Christmas in June. They said it was actually 6 months from Christmas, which Jeremiah just went, wait, what? Because we aren't ready. So I got to start A Type of Christmas, which is by Erin Elizabeth, and I am pretty sure this was my first, you know, I just realized I forgot my board. I will be right back. I swear, it doesn't matter how prepared you think you are, you aren't. That's one side of this that only floss tubers know. We try really hard to be organized. We aren't. So anyway, it was A Type of Christmas by Erin Elizabeth. I'm pretty sure this is my first Erin Elizabeth. It's not going to be my last. I really love her designs. In Whip Warriors, it was supposed to be like every 200 stitches on a Christmas related whip, you get a thread, which is like a participation point, because you have to have a minimum of so much, or they actually remove you from the group because they want only active participants, which they just said it. I think you needed like 12, and I think I have like 50 or 54 or something. So it is very easy to get the participation points. Anyway, so you get 1 thread for 400 stitches. And I did want to say, because I have so many new followers, I use a tally counter that I got on Amazon for like $7, because I use paper patterns. So I don't have the fancy programs to keep track of how many stitches. I'm old-fashioned. I don't know why. It's just funny when I watch people use the digital things. I'm just like, I don't like that. I'm old-fashioned. So anyway, I use the tally counter, and when I go across the row, so like if 4 stitches of red in that row, then I just bump it up 4. And I had to make sure that there was a negative, because y'all know no matter how much we try, we have to take away stitches sometimes. That's what works for me. I've seen rings you can wear on your finger and you bump it up. I've seen a lot of ways. This was actually a necklace, and I cut the necklace part off. When I move the magnet on my magnet board, which is how I keep track of where I've stitched, I just bump it up, and that's how I can keep track of my stitches. So then you can participate in all the games, and I try to participate in all of them that I possibly can. So this was a new start, so I don't have a before picture. On Monday, I got 81 stitches. On Tuesday, I got 512 stitches. I'm stitching this on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha Lugana. And here it is now. And I decided to do this one 2/2, just using the suggested DMC threads. And Fred and Jeremiah got me this pattern for Christmas 2024. And I was very glad to get it started. It's just so cute. And just to make it easier on myself, I'm just doing the pages. That way I don't have to worry about trying to go over the page break, because that gets really confusing. So I know it kind of made like a weird stopping point, but then I don't have to try to think about it. I also use this for the monthly magazine acrostic. For June, the theme was candy shop, and I looked all over the pattern, and there isn't any candy on this, but there's cookies. And so I said, well, my candy shop is really fancy and we sell cookies too. So it's just a sweet shop, I guess. I also used it for the I Spy in Stitching by the Shore, which is a fun monthly prompt-based challenge. And you spy what your the prompts in your pieces. And this one was Brings You Peace. I've always loved Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year, I think, because the snow and life slows down, which lately life doesn't slow down. And this piece definitely brings me peace to think about Christmas time. So that was Monday and Tuesday. And since I got 600 total stitches, I got the 1 thread in Whip Warriors. So that was fun. And any excuse is a good excuse to start a new piece. So Christmas in June, I was forced to stitch something new because whatever excuse. On Wednesday, I was looking at the I Spy challenge, and I needed a scallop-shaped design. So I have one that works for that, and that is Mermaid by Lina Ova. Which makes sense because this is Stitching by the Shore's fault, because when I joined Stitching by the Shore, there was people working on this, and I'd never heard of Lina Ova. And I said, well, I need that. So I was forced. It was peer pressure, or what do we call it? Enabling. It's just a fancy word for peer pressure. Here it was before. I am using 32 count Tantalizing Tulips, which is an Opalescent Lugana. I am doing this one 1/1 full X, and the DMC is 3812. My husband helped me pick that out. I love his taste when it comes to fabrics and threads to use. I started this in March this year, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It was lovely to work on it. I had a good stitching day, so I added 552. And I am even more convinced that the thread is perfect for this fabric. So as you can see, I turned the corner and started going this way. And boy, you can see the shine of the fabric today. We got some storms coming in, so it's the perfect light, evidently. So I love it. And there's the scallop shaped, so that works. There's another one marked off for the I Spy challenge. Thursday. If I can fold this fabric. Thursday was time for Peppermint Purple Sal. Here's the basic what my layout looks like. I'm using the purple colorway. A new piece is released every Wednesday. I am doing it 2 weeks at a time instead of pulling it out and just doing one block. Just easier for my brain. I added weeks 25 and 26. Let me see. See, I keep covering up my notes. This 2 sections was done in DMC 550. I am using 32 count Platinum Lugana for this. I've always loved back stitching, so this free stitch along is one I've never done before, but I very much am enjoying it. I'm just using the free options, and here is where it is now. So this is the 2 sections that was added this week. They were very fun to do, which I think I say that about every single one. And I did look ahead. The next 2 weeks will be right here. So I'll add that in 2 weeks. And in the Facebook game world, backstitching is 2 for 1. So I did 282 stitches, but you divide that by 2 and it counts for 141. So that worked for that. And that's day 16. I just realized I forgot. Well, it's not really that important. It's day 16 on Peppermint Purple. It was day 2 on the Mermaid, the Lina Ova. And A Type of Christmas was New Start. So I got 2 days into that. So I guess that one wasn't too hard to understand. So that was Thursday. Then, trying to remember. Oh, Jeremiah Spun Mermaid by Lina Ova. That's not the only reason why I worked on that, but that was a good excuse last week.
I did?
Yeah, so it's on this paper that you spun it.
Huh.
Yeah, see, notes.
I
don't remember it either. I was like, I wonder why I started so I started the next one just because I wanted to, and that is When I Think of Summer by Puntini. Here's what it's gonna look like. This is one of 2 seasonal sets I'm doing this year. I've said this a few times. I am crazy for a seasonal set, and this is one I was like, I have to do that. They're just too cute. I have finished spring and winter during the time that they're supposed to be finished, and I'm hoping to finish summer before autumn gets here. I think I said that all right. We've all established that my words like to be messed up. So this was the first day on this one. I only got 154. That's okay. I got this adorable little kite. And it was really funny to me. Let's see if I can put the cover or the image here. There's no kite on the image. So I wanted to see what colors they used or if mine was looking comparable. And I went, there's no kite on that. So evidently this was after they took their model photo. But it just turned out too cute. And I am using 32 count Lt Taupe Lugana for this. And I got the adorable doesn't exist kite added. So it was a good first day, 154 stitches. Okay. Now I'm just wondering what else is on my notes that I'm not paying attention to. On Friday, it was time to pull out the bird sow. Hang on. The Extraordinary Bird Sow, which is Lina. Huh. Yep. Lola Crow. It's her stitch along that a whole bunch of us are doing. It's really a lot of fun. Now I talked about my words being messed up, so the rest of the time my words are just going to be messed up. This one's so confusing for me to talk about. I'm on day 20 for this, okay? I am using my fabric backwards. I am using 36 count Sandbar by BeStitchMe. It is the even weave, so mine is not as mottled as some of them. I very much love the fabric though. I just finished, here's where I was before. I had just a teeny bit of the blue-footed boobies wing left and the back stitching for feet 2. So I knew I wanted to get that done. I finished feet 2 right here. And I got a start on feet 3, which is over here. And feet 6 was just released. So we've established I'm behind. So feet 2, we had this cute little rock, the adorable blue-footed booby, and a finch that drinks the blood of the blue-footed booby. And I love how, I don't know if you can see it, there's like red on its beak, so it looks like blood. And the blue in the feet is just absolutely adorable. I absolutely love her designing. And then I moved over to these, and all of these birds in feet 3 are poisonous. So you get some birds, and I think there's a butterfly and a plant, and everything in this feet is poisonous. So that is really neat. And the feet, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I ended up adding 332 on Friday. I have 8,264 now total. And I think I was saying after this one is the cassowary. And then after that, there's a tree with some birds. And then part 6 was really cool. I'll just show it. There's what part 6 is going to look like. It is a toucan and a really cool looking shoe bill. So that's really neat. It is so much fun to do this stitch along, because each week I look forward to seeing what she has picked, because the choices are amazing. So, and her designs are just beautiful. I am so glad I joined in this one. I really wish I would have joined in the aquarium. It is definitely something I will stitch sometime. I really wish I had been a part of that one. So even though I'm behind, I'm really enjoying it, and that's all that matters. That was Friday. On Saturday, I needed something for I Spy challenge that was bee. So I pulled out Honey Bee, which is a Mill Hill kit. I started this one in May this year. I ended up at, I was shooting for 100 stitches, and I ended up adding 113, so more is always good. And here is where I am now. And I didn't even write down how many days I've been on this project. Wow. Let me see. Oh, this is only the 2nd day. So that's cool. Well. So, and this one's really neat because it's full coverage, and that's really cool. I have seen a few of the buttons and beads kits that are full coverage, but I'm really enjoying it. So I worked on the yellow beads and added yellow beads up here, and then I started the next section of black on the bee bum. So I really enjoyed working on that. And that's on the perforated paper using the kit materials that the Mill Hill kits normally come with. And this one is living in a bag that a friend of mine made that has bees on the inside and an adorable little bee. So thank you, Alicia. It'll be charm, and she does beautiful work. The back of it is beautiful yellow. So most of mine are just plastic, so when I have a special project bag, I like to show it off. After that, in Soulful Stitching, which is a Melanie Watkins group, which I am doing the Year of Whips, she decided to do an event called Never Forgotten, which was in honor of Minnie and all those that we have lost. And I was trying to think, what did I want to work on? And it was really neat when I started doing some research on Minnie. I realized and remembered that I had met her at that Pennsylvania retreat in 2018, and that's when I bought this pattern, which is Beer Dragon. It is a pain-free crafts. The artwork is Stanley Morrison. Someone had went up to the booths that was set up at the retreat and said, "Oh, wow, did I see the dragon that was for sale?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, it was a tea dragon." And I said, "Oh, I really don't like tea." And she said, "Well, there was a beer dragon too." So I left immediately, of course, and had to go buy it because Fred loves craft beer. So I knew I'd have to stitch it in his honor. So since this was a retreat that I met Minnie, I figured that was perfect to pull out in her honor. I just wanted to get any stitches done, and I ended up getting 400. Forgot, here is where I was before. which, you know what, I don't even have that. I think the last time I got it out was April, and it really frustrated me, and I ended up putting them in timeout because I was working and getting like 500 stitches out of a month. And I don't know what it was about this section that was like the weird confetti, and it made me mad. So he went in timeout for a few months, and this month he apologized. So it was cute, and I ended up getting 400 stitches like nothing. It was really funny. This is day 122 on this one, and it's so funny. So you can tell I started it in 2018. There's the marks, and those will come out when it's over. And then I learned how to stitch. So, and this is on 32 count Lambswool. Hang on, Lambswool even wave. I am doing 1/1 full X. And I do the parking method, and here is where I am. An adorable little wheat in the background. And this, I don't even remember what page number. I shouldn't say it. I do typewriter method. So I go back and forth in the page, and then I will go to the next page and keep going. So this is the page I'm working on right now. Let me see. This is page 7. Oh, and as always, I enjoyed working on it. I think I say that about like every whip. If I don't enjoy it, then it probably doesn't come out. So, and right now I'm enjoying too many. That's why they're all wanting to come out. Okay. On Sunday, it was time for Yggdrasil. Woo! Which is Paine-Free Crafts as well. This one, the artwork is by Stokes. It's supposed to be beside me. I just forgot to say it. I'm stitching this one because my little Nordic nerd loves it. I was looking ever since we fell in love with Vikings and Norse and Greek mythology for the perfect pattern, and this was the perfect pattern. I was really glad to find it. Jeremiah loves Yggdrasil. Woo! That's why he woos every time. And now he has like a woo cult. So it's so cute how many people bring it up. And he really enjoys it. So I have this one in the Q-Snap because I'm hoping to work on it today. I started this one June 2024. This is another one I'm doing 32 count Lambswool 1/1 full X. And this is day 38. I got 115 added on yesterday, on Sunday. And here's where I am now. It's going slow because the confetti, but oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I love it. And I have one more section of the 500 to do until I get down to the black, which is like the background, and then the tree is going to be down here, which is just so cool. I can't wait to see the greens. So I wasn't going to pull it out since I want to stitch on it today. So that's where that one is. Looks like we're maybe going to get rain, which is great. Okay, so I figured since today is the last day of June, I will do a June challenge recap. I will be right back. Wow, I paused it to do something and then looked at my notes. I totally forgot to tell you what I was talking about. I am using Yggdrasil for Andrew's challenge, the runner stitcher, which is #whip into shape. He is doing a marathon, which he just announced is in Australia. So cool. I am so glad to watch, to cheer him on his journey of running like a maniac so that he can go to Australia and do a marathon is just so cool. I cannot wait to hear all about it. I will live through him because I'm just glad that I can sit and do the stitching part. He's crazy and he just keeps running more and more and more. It just started week 9. So I made some notes. On week 7, I needed 370 stitches. On week 8, I needed 261 stitches. Which, hang on, right now, all that really matters is the total that Andrew has ran is 238.2 miles. Wow. And this, you know what? That's kind of important. When did this start? It seems like a whole bunch of people are doing this, so you probably all know. But just in case you don't, he started this May 5th. So to have done 238.2 miles in that span of time for my little brain is just shocking. So we need 2,382 stitches if you're doing 10 stitches per mile, which is what the base of the challenge is. There are some people that are doing more. I have, as of yesterday, no, as of today, no, as of before I worked on Yggdrasil, I needed 1,723. The words and all ideas are gone. I don't know why I have a hard time talking about this one. So I needed 659 stitches. And yesterday I added 115, so now I need 544. Of course, he ran today, which he ran 4 miles today because, wow. So now I need 40 more. So I am still behind, and I begged Andrew to take a week off, and he keeps talking about how each week is going to get bigger because, you know, he's getting closer, and I'm just like, okay, but I need to catch up, and it's all about me. So I really, you know, and there's some of you that are caught up, and you're caught up on the bird salad, you're caught up on Andrew, and you know what you're going to stitch for the month, and there's me just going crazy in the corner. So, yep. Okay, I think maybe after messing that all up, good luck, Andrew. Keep going. You're amazing. I look up to you. That's just amazing. Okay, so now back to recapping my June challenges. I love Facebook. I love the Facebook challenge groups. Whoever thought of the first one is just brilliant. We're already stitching, but for a completionist, I get to stitch and earn points. I get to stitch and check things off. That just makes me as happy as can be. So I am doing I did 2 challenges. That was month-long challenges in June. I should just give up. So I figured I will share with you what I did. In the monthly magazine challenge, the acrostic, here is the finished acrostic, except for I haven't marked off Yggdrasil. Woo! Can I just call it the piece? Yeah. Okay. Just so you don't have to woo the rest of the time.
But the people will be mad.
The people. Wow. Okay. So there's a theme each month. This month was Candy Shop. That's why I was forced to start A Type of Christmas by Erin Elizabeth. And you can see I just changed the goals to what progress I've made. I'm trying to make this stress-free. I was stressed out a few months ago about keeping to my goals. Now I'm just stressed out about what do I want to stitch on, so at least the stress is different. I added 600 to that one. The Ann Stokes, that's what I could call it. Then he won't know that's Yggdrasil. Woo! The progress on that one is as blank right now. Wow. So far.
Wait, hold on a minute. You're going to call it the Ann Stokes pattern?
Yeah.
So I know it's not. So now I'll just do that for every Ann Stokes pattern?
I'm only working on one Ann Stokes, so I guess it's kind of a dead giveaway.
Well, yeah, now that I know that, but yeah. I didn't know that before. So.
Well, I'm sorry, I told you.
So from here on out, every Ann Stokes pattern will be woo. No.
I was trying to eliminate the woo.
But you can't eliminate the woo.
Well, I meant for
then
just
the
like...
people are going to need to...
The people again.
Yeah.
Just the following that he thinks he's getting.
Look at the subscribers. Now.
Wait, do I get any credit? Huh? No.
This is subscribers that we are getting.
Okay. We again.
We.
Okay.
Go over here.
Oh my. Anyway, the ego that they is getting. Oh, anyway, sorry, I had a coughing fit. As of today, I have added 1,452 to that piece that we will never talk about. It's man Stokes Yggdrasil. I'm sorry. That was for S, for the Stokes. Ha. Then for W was When I Think of Spring. I finished that, so that's cool. The
You finished Yggdrasil?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna film the rest out. No, it's hot out, so you go outside. The first E, I used Extraordinary Bird Sal. I got 1,452 added to that. The second E was Colorful Eagle. I had added 706 to that. The T was The Pirate, which was Cottage Garden. I added 425. And the last S is Spring Quaker, which I finished that one. So that was really cool. So after today, that I finished everything. That makes me really happy. And I always have to make my pages that come white, and I have to make it extra special because I'm just extra. And then in Stitching by the Shore, the I Spy challenge, I made this image for that. I changed the progress to just any. Same thing, just try to ease the stress. For something squishy, I used When I Think of Spring because the bunny, I said stuffed bunnies are squishy, but you should probably leave real ones alone. And I got 300 stitches added to that. 2 was the scallop shape design. I had just done that this week. That was the Mermaid by Lina Ova. I added 552. 3 did that one this week too. It Brings You Peace. That was A Type of Christmas by Erin Elizabeth. I added 600. 4 starts with letter U. Was the Unicorn Biscornu. I added 240. 5 AB. I did the Honey Bee Mill Hill kit. I added 113. 6 was the large motif. I used Spring Quaker for that, and that one is finished. Number 7, you'll probably all remember the dad jokes that Fred gracefully said for our channel. And they were really bad. I used Along the Nesting Boxes. I finished the June section for that one. They were all fence jokes. You want to go back and watch it, because if you haven't watched it, it was hilarious. Number 8 was Purple. I used the Peppermint Purple Sal, and I added weeks 23 through 26 for that one. Number 9, I have to say it again. It's something you would do in the summer, and I used Yggdrasil.
Woo!
Because they said in the summer we hide under trees for shade. She lets anything work, and sometimes we enjoy stretching it. Number 10 was A Bug at a Picnic. I used When I Think of Spring because it had butterflies and a ladybug, and I think a bee. And I added 638 stitches. So those 2 big challenges are done. And I'm happy because I think last month, May, I did not finish. So I was really glad to have them all checked off. My July plans are just crazy. Here is the monthly magazine challenge acrostic. I am leaving them open so that I can plug it in. That's trying to keep stress. I can pick anything, which I think might cause me stress because now I can pick anything. For the theme, it's Bundle Up. I will more than likely use one of my Christmas pieces for that. Because we bundle up during Christmas. And then the acrostic is Woolies. So we got W, 2 O's, an L, I, E, and S. And I am looking forward to seeing what falls into those categories. The ideas are running around. And I made the stickers all patriotic in honor of 4th of July. Then I have the I Spy Challenge for July. I love her ideas. There's some of them that I'm just like, what am I going to use for that? But again, no stress. I will figure it out. So we get 10 prompts. Number 1 is fish. Number 2 is red. Number 3 starts with the letter S. Number 4 is the one I was going, wait, what? Part of an ice cream flavor. That will be fun. Number 5, something with teeth. Number 6, your easiest project. I don't know. I should know. Number 7, a project picked by a friend. Number 8, something that sparkles. Number 9, something you see while camping. And number 10, 2 identical elements. Lori did a great job picking out our prompts. I can't wait to see what people pick for those. It'll be a lot of fun. Okay. I am also doing my first Tour de France. They are doing a version of it in Whip Warriors at 8 p.m. every day during the... Bless you.
Thank you.
They are doing... Let me see if I can pull up the... So I make sure to say it right. 24 days. 24 days of the race. They're doing... At 8 p.m., they will give you a leg and the required stitches for that leg. And before 8 p.m. the next day, you post your before and after. So that will be fun. And I think in the chat, she said it can be anywhere from like 11 stitches to 200 or some amount. So that'll be really fun to see. And it's no pressure. Just join in the days you join in. No worries. So that's always fun. And you get... if you complete the race, you get bonus of 5 threads, and you can earn more threads while you're playing. So that'll be really fun to join in. That's the first time I've ever joined in one like that. And Semi-Sane Stitchers, which is another Facebook group, they set up Battleship, which is a team-based challenge. We have teams of 10, and they play a battleship game where for each hang on. Shot fired, you need 1,000 stitches, and it can be 1,000 for one person. It can be 1,000 that, hang on. Cough attack. 1,000 that one person put in, or 1,000 that each member participates in. So you can do any stitches or no stitches. It's a fun team game. I've done it before. I also want to do a Christmas and July week. I know I have... that's another thing I know a lot of us floss tubers talk about. When you start the video, your nose itches, you cough, you need a drink, you suddenly need to go to the bathroom. Everything happens. So I had a horrible cough attack and needed a drink. Anyway. I want to do a Christmas and July week. So I know I have 5 pieces that are my Christmas pieces. I'd really like to do like a Monday to Friday, work on 1 piece a day for a week. But I don't know when. I know in July, but I don't know what week. So stay tuned for that. Somehow I want to stitch all the things, finish all the things, start all the things, buy new things. I know, first things first, I want to work on Along the Nesting Boxes, which is my Jardin Privé monthly piece. I want to get that out of the way, so it's not a problem. I have Summertime by New York Dreamer. I have When I Think I Summer by Puntini, and I have a Summer Quaker I haven't started yet, and I need to get it started and get it done. And I really want to start my long dog. It is cute on Flosstube right now. The ones I'm watching, a whole bunch of people is doing a long dog. I think you're all just rubbing it in that you're working on yours. So I want to work on it for like a really long time. And how can I work on it for a really long time with everything else? So I I don't know what I need to just get chill and work on stuff. Everything's just, I always say my whips scream, and my whip tote is deafening. It's just like everything's going me, me, me. So I'm extremely motivated. I was talking to a lady that said she lost her stitching bug, and I was like, that'd be kind of nice, so that it'd just be quiet for a little bit, because everything over there wants attention. So I might be a little crazy, but we all know that. I will be right back again. Oh, anyway. he come over to try to help me.
Hi.
What was I saying? I have too much motivation, so that's what it is. Okay. So just so that I don't get kicked off of YouTube, I had Jeremiah do a spin.
Hi. Helps if you actually hit the Rainbow Dragon.
Rainbow Dragon. Wow.
Awesome.
That would be fun to work on, and everything else. I don't know when that'll be worked on, but it'll be worked on sometime.
I'm sure you will see it on the channel.
The channel.
Our channel.
Yeah, our channel. I was going to say most time you call it our.
Yeah, our channel. Our channel, the channel.
Our channel. No rambling. It's already like...
Okay.
Over the weekend, we had some fun life stuff. I did say that I have no haul, and I think plans are over. I don't know.
We've gone off the rails.
We'll go to life now. So, over the weekend, Fred did a nerd weekend. He does amateur radio, ham radio, and they did a field day. And he did it from the porch, which worked great. It was from 2 p.m. Saturday to 2 p.m. Sunday. Here is a map of all the contacts he made. We've talked about this. You gotta go lower. Okay, I'm pulling it up so I can say it right. He ended up making 68 total contacts, 3 Canadian provinces, and 31 states. So he really enjoyed that a lot. And where it's lit up, some of the states are into small pieces, but anyway, I told him make it as English as he could. Yeah. So the states marked off. So he had a good time. And then, here's a picture of his setup. He enjoyed his nerd time, and I get to make fun of him and call it nerd time.
We kind of made a fun thing out of it too as well. Me and Mom did. Mom stitched, and I stayed up and played video games.
Yeah.
We ended up staying up until 5 in the morning, literally 5 o'clock a.m. So we pretty much did nothing the next day except sleep. I told
Jeremiah it's so funny when you stay up like 4 extra hours. Somehow you're tired for like 3 days. So I don't really know how that works. Yeah. And I don't think you said you don't remember staying up.
I don't know if I ever officially stayed up and pulled, like so many people call it, an all-nighter.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually done that. So that was the first time I
think you stayed up one time till like 2. So this was a lot later.
Yeah.
And I told him I'm practicing for the Lindy Stitches retreat in July. So I said we can stay up the whole night then.
Yeah.
We'll see. So I don't know if people... Well, then you'd be there when the like Australian stitchers wake up.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of neat. And he can game the whole night.
Yeah. We get to maybe meet Adelaide.
That's true. I don't... It depends if she's going or not.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess we could both... Hi, Adelaide.
Yeah, hi, Adelaide.
We missed when
I know we
we're still in trouble.
Doing the tag war back and forth.
Okay. On Sunday morning, after we finally woke up, we had something really cool happen. I've never done this before. Jeremiah did it at public school. We saved a butterfly. So here is a picture of the jar. I saw a caterpillar climbing up our winter tarps, and we was getting ready to take down the tarps for the band, and it was a cocoon. And so I thought, oh my gosh, I thought that's got to be what that is. And I did like a Google search on the image and it said it was a swallowtail cocoon. So I looked up how to put it in a jar, and we used a piece of string and tied it to a stick. And I told Jeremiah, I said, it might not make it, but we're going to try. So it was really cool Sunday morning when I woke up and it was in the window and the wings.
Yep. The little cocoon suddenly had wings.
So here is the cocoon open. It opened at the top, which was really cool. And here is me getting ready to set it free. And here is the butterfly on my hand, ready to go. And it's either an Eastern swallowtail or some kind of swallowtail, according to Google search. So, but it was really cool. And it took flight and flew away. It was really, Jeremiah said, wouldn't it be horrible if like a bird ate it or a cat grabbed it? But it flew away and we did our part. And I was really glad it worked out because I didn't know if it was going to hatch or not, or emerge or whatever.
So you actually got to hatch a butterfly.
It was really cute. Cool. I think it was first grade you guys did it. And
first or second grade.
It was one of those.
I remember it was Miss Sumner that was our
and
teacher.
Each kid had a little container on their desk of little... did you guys get the caterpillar or just the cocoon?
It started as caterpillar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they all had the little caterpillars on their desk, and you got to watch them turn into the cocoon.
Because we could put leaves in there for the caterpillar to feed them on.
I think they were probably monarch butterflies too.
I don't remember what they was. Yeah.
Anyway, so his class was really, at that age, they're very emotional. And I looked at Miss Sumner and I go, I don't know how this is going to go.
We cried.
And I think didn't you guys end up like only having 3 make it? I mean, it was really, really small.
Yeah, it was
so the tears, I picked him up and he said, my caterpillar didn't make it.
Yeah.
So I told him, I said, we're going to try this.
No, I think like mine and 2 others made it.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago.
Mine made it, and then
somebody's really old, so that was a long time ago.
I have a good memory of that.
Anyway, there was a lot of sad kids in this class, but no, I think you were crying because you guys had to let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
the ones that made it was crying because they had to let it go.
If they survived, they would. He was like, I thought I'd get to keep it.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you got to let it go.
Second grade, so we was.
There was like 30 kids bawling.
Yeah.
So this one made it, and there was no tears, and it was great. Yeah. And I was really, I'm glad we did it.
It actually, when it flew away, it landed on one of the posts for the deck for a real long time. So even when it flew away, we could still see it.
Yeah, it was really, really neat.
Really cool.
I'm really glad that we had the chance to save a butterfly. Yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's everything. We always get to this part, and I look down and go,
There's a whole lot of words, and I think we talked about it all.
I think we got it all. Oh, Charlie at Stitching. Is it just Stitching with Charlie or Charlie? I'll tag it below. She's doing a Stitching with Charlie.
I think so.
She's doing a hashtag just finished June and July. So if you have any finishes this month, make sure to hashtag that so she can check it out.
Yep. That's it.
Hi, people that we enjoy.
Yeah. Hi to new people.
And Karen and Laura and Carolyn.
And legends that have been with us since day one. And hi to everyone.
We got a beautiful email from a lady that shared a story about her brother, and I really appreciated that. Just hi to everybody. Again, I guess bye to everybody. Now we're at the end of the video saying hi.
Yeah.
I watched Flosstube all week last week, and I'm still behind. So how do you guys keep up? So, okay. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, after we said hi.
Wait. Stitch all this thing.
I'm going to.
Okay. You forgot how to end your own video.
I didn't. I was just waiting for you to leave.
Oh, okay. All right. Bye.
Sorry. Find all the reasons you can to smile and laugh. If you need a reason, just check out our craziness. You can laugh at me because I'm laughing too. And love yourself. You are worth it. We all need more. Women need more loves. We need more hugs. If you need a hug, let us know. Somehow we'll find a way to email you one. Good luck stitching all the things. Stay motivated. Stay cool. If you're somewhere where it's hot, it's supposed to be hot again. Stay warm if you're those crazy people on the opposite side of the world that it's cold. Stay safe. Love yourself, and good luck stitching all the things. See you next Monday.